648-1372.
Bobby Weir and Wolf Bros, featuring the Wolf Pack, Friday, February 24th for the Tivoli Theater Foundation 2023 Annual Gala at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Auditorium. Bobby Weir and Wolf Bros, live.
Ashley Home Store's President's Day mattress sale is here. Save up to $500 on best-selling Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, we're giving away a free Tempur-Pedic sleep system for a limited time only at Ashley Home Store.
Count on Local 3 News for more local stories.
It is always a good time for us to talk about buying a house here in the Tennessee Valley, but when you're on the cusp of spring, it's an even better time. So luckily for us, Bruce Dodd with Chatt Mortgage has agreed to suspend a few minutes of his morning to talk to us a little bit. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
Always a pleasure for me too. So, I mean, historically rather, springtime was kind of always the time to list your house. I don't know if that's quite the case anymore. People are buying all the time now.
Well, people do, but I think there's a lot of people that think that the spring, for a number of reasons. One is, let's face it, we live in a really pretty place in the spring.
Yeah.
Really pretty. And so most places look a little prettier, when you've got the spring flowers and everything's green and all that. So,
yeah.
So I think that's part of it's just, people are looking at making moves during the summer because you got kids out of school, so you kind of get that process rolling in the time. So there's lots of reasons, but yeah, we're absolutely seeing things heat up some. The good news is for people buying houses, we're seeing more houses on the market, and so more houses on the market means more opportunities. Things are still really competitive in a lot of times. It's not the stupid competition it was a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things where you ain't the only one looking.
Let me ask you this, because if you're a home seller, there's a reasonable chance that you've been in your home for a number of years, so the housing market is not something you're intimately familiar with. Gone are the days of thinking that you could put your house on the market, wait for it to sell, and then while you're waiting, look for your new house. If you're selling your home, you better make sure you're prepared to buy another one because your house is going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah, typically it will. Now, as a seller, you do have a hot commodity. You got a house. And so sometimes you can control the closing date. You can push it a little further out to give yourself some time to find a house. But I think if you're selling a house, you definitely want to make sure that you got no issues that are going to keep you from buying the next one. I've seen people who thought they had no issues and had some data corruption issue on credit reports where they had a bunch of incorrect information, and we got it fixed, but time thing. So if you're thinking about selling a house, I think it's, even though you're saying, hey, I've got a bunch of equity, I know my credit's good, I'd still get myself ready to go.
Right.
Just to make something isn't weird in the credit ether out there someplace.
The fact that you and I are talking and it's the cusp of tax season, some people, if they're lucky enough to get money back, might be beginning to see that return come in. If you do have some things hanging out there that are affecting your credit, that's a good way to use that money, right? To pay those things off?
It is. Sometimes, though, I would tell folks is that, paying small amounts on a credit card sometimes can benefit credit scores. Sometimes it's not that big of a deal. Sometimes you'd be better off holding on a little bit of cash. So I think it's a good idea to marshal your resources and then use those resources intentionally, appropriately. So if buying a house is something you want to do, and before you just go willy-nilly paying stuff off, I think it's a better time to look then to say, hey, is that necessary? Or is that cash that I could add to my war chest, is that going to be more impactful? So it's really one of those things that, it's like you want to have a strategy, you want to have an overall arching strategy before you start doing tactics.
Right.
And so look at your strategy first and make sure you understand kind of where you're at before you start doing tactics.
Okay, so with that, I have like a minute and a half left, and not to give you a big head, but could you be one of those resources then for people when they're beginning the journey, sit down with you?
Yeah, that's kind of what we do each and every day. So, the best way to approach the housing market is with your eyes wide open from a financial standpoint. Often people are thinking they're going to zig when they really should zag. And so very often we're talking to somebody about, they were thinking that they had to do a transaction one way and they just wondered where there were some other options. So yes, the first thing you should do is sit down with somebody like me. Hopefully it's me. I'm a pretty fun guy. And I'm a fun guy. It'll be a little more fun. I can tell you it will be. But so give us a shout and we'll be happy to walk you through the process.
He is a fun guy.
The one thing is with us, we've been around a long time. So we're ready to work with you whenever you are. Okay.
You are a fun guy. I can just leave. Maybe that's how I'll start introducing you. Bruce Dodd, fun guy. How about that?
Appropriate.
All right. He'll talk all types of fun things with you. He might even talk technology. We had to help him get his shot set up this morning, and Ashlyn, our coworker, saved the day, right, Bruce?
She did, and it was amazing to be able to walk me through something as seemingly complex as that, with nothing but a smile on her face. Yep. She says, "Man, it is awesome."
That's our girl. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Here's how you'll find fun guy Bruce Dodd at Chatt Mortgage, 591-9801, online, chattmortgage.com. Thank you, friend.
Hey, take care, my friend.
It's time for a kitchen update. But where do you begin? Whether you're remodeling, landscaping, building, or even financing, get answers to all your questions from real experts all under one roof.
The 56th Annual Tri-State Home Show at the Chattanooga Trade and Convention Center.
See for yourself. Warren & Griffin has more 5-star reviews than any law firm in Chattanooga.
They are an excellent team. You can depend on them to get the job done.
I am very pleased with the prompt and dignified services Mr. Warren and Mr. Griffin have done for me.
I would recommend anyone I know to this law firm. Thanks, Warren and Griffin, for all that you do.
I'm Seymour.
I'm John Marr.
If you've been hurt and need help,
Call us at 265-HURT.
or 265-HELP.
We've been local lawyers for almost 30 years.
Business can happen anytime, anywhere. So help yours thrive and stay connected with the Comcast Business Complete Connectivity Solution.